This podcast contains explicit content.
You are listening to Hardly Focused.
Let's begin the show by starting it.
Hello, everybody! Welcome to Hardly Focused. Jack Hill, Mike Terrari. You can find us on your favorite podcast app and on YouTube. Just search either for Hardly Focused, and we're also at hardlyfocused.com. Mike, have you ever in person encountered a Karen? Or have you been witness to a Karen doing Karen things?
I think in this day and age, I can't say yes anymore because the level of Karen-ness has gone atmospheric. Like, I definitely have dealt with some Karens back in the day, but to compare them to today's Karens, it's like comparing, you know, a race car from the 1920s to a race car now. You know, like, yeah, they are both considered race cars, but when the top speed was 56 miles an hour back in the day, I mean, let's be real. It's not really a race car.
Right.
So, I mean, I think, yes, when I was, you know, watching that 56 mile an hour race, it was blisteringly fast back in the 19 teens. But yeah, you're like, oh, wow, this is nothing compared to what I'm watching right now. Yeah. So I've definitely had some minor Karens, but nothing compared to these major league Karens.
And you have a friend too, named
Karen.
Named Karen.
She goes, you know what? I'll take the hit for the name, and I will absolutely call out any other Karen that acts like a Karen. She's like, all right.
Yeah, good.
He understands.
Good. Yeah, I like your friend Karen. I do feel bad for anyone who's named Karen that has to go through this. I mean, it's like, you know, the name Adolf was common until 1940 whatever.
My great grandfather on my dad's side was named Adolf.
Yeah. Now it's
that did not get passed down in generations anymore.
Right. I'm sure the name Osama was like common in you know, Muslim areas until 2001.
I'm sure it still is.
I mean, even like Obama, you know, his middle name Hussein, people were, I remember, raising eyebrows over that.
It's because he's a secret Muslim.
His birth certificate, he's not even American.
Kenya,
yes, that's right. He was born in Hawaii, right?
Yes, which apparently is not a state.
Not a state, yeah.
It's not one of the real states.
See, my mother was born in Hawaii, but it was right before Hawaii became a state. But she was born on in a U.S. embassy, or not embassy, but on U.S. soil, on a base.
US air base?
Yeah. So
naval base. Yeah.
So technically, she's an American citizen. Oh man, when I found that out, I had like probably 2 seconds of joy in being able to rag on her for not being American until she pointed out, like, no, I was born on U.S. soil.
Yep. Same thing with John McCain, because he was born in Panama, but it was like technically legal. Yeah, it's like, sorry, buddy.
Yep. There was a Karen instance. I was at the 99 restaurant.
Ooh, that's prime Karen country right there.
We're waiting to be seated, and as we walk in, and we put our name in, and there's a older woman there who is just rip shit because her to-go order wasn't right. So I sit, Kate and I sit down, and we're just like shaking our heads collectively just because, like, oh boy.
You dealt with it. You're like, I deal with fucking asshole people.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh boy, is this going to set the tone for our evening out to the highest quality of restaurants, the 99. And the woman then sits down next to me, and she says something pretty much disparaging about either the hostess or the kitchen staff, and she's clearly she's saying it to me. She's trying to get me to converse with her and agree with her. And I ignore her. I don't look at her. There wasn't really anywhere for me to go, so I couldn't just like get up and walk away.
I mean, you could.
I could. I could.
Obvious.
Yeah, I've had situations in the past where I've seen, like, I've walked into like a restaurant and seen someone just being an asshole to like the hostess or the manager or something, and it just turned around and left. And I'm like, nope, I don't even want to be here for this. So she's trying to talk to me, and I'm ignoring her. And so she says whatever. I don't remember exactly what it was. I don't say anything. A couple seconds go by, and then she goes, "I said, yada yada yada." And I turn to look at her, I just go, "I heard you the first time." And she gives me a look, she's taken aback that I would snap it back with such a response. And then thankfully we were called to our table, so I didn't have to be in her presence anymore. But God, the stones on her, the proverbial stones on her, it'd be like, "I said," what the fuck? What are you trying to accomplish by doing that?
I'm trying to get the entire crowd to be on my side.
Right. And when
clearly I did not get a proper double loaded baked potato in my order.
Where's my free popcorn? That's at least a nice
dine-in patrons only.
Yeah, that's I guess the nice thing about the 99 is all the popcorn you can eat. That's always good. 99 for some reason was a place I always flocked to after a snowstorm. I don't know why, because they were always open and they were close. But every time after a big blizzard, I'd just be craving something disgusting from the 99. Haven't been in a while though, because
I'll only be able to go when the Red Sox win.
Oh, that's right. Kids eat free.
Kids eat free.
Is Jordan's Furniture still doing something too? It wasn't free furniture if the Red Sox win or something.
I think so. I'm sure there's something like that where it's no, it's not the win. I think if the Red Sox pitch a perfect game, then you get it. It changed up, but yeah, it's same idea. That if the Red Sox do something amazing.
Okay. Yeah. The man, those companies, those organizations really have to be banking on the Red Sox having shit seasons like they did, or pretty much every season after the ones where they win the World Series, because that's how it always goes. They win the World Series, and then the following season they're just hot garbage. And the restaurants, the local businesses that have those promotions, boy, they just have to be smiling ear to ear when they don't have to do a thing because the hometown team sucks.
Oh, you won the World Series last year? I'm betting you can't do it again. So, and you traded off half your team? All right, we got this in the bag.
Now, this was a Simpsons reference. I think it might have actually been based on a real thing, but Krusty Burger during the 1984 Olympics did a thing where, if the U.S. wins anything, people get free Krusty Burgers, and the Russians ended up boycotting the Olympics, so the U.S. by default won every single event. And Krusty was losing his shit because he couldn't afford to give people free Krusty Burgers.
Or when Domino's was like, "Hey, if you tattoo a Domino's logo, we'll get you free pizza for life." And they're like, "Oh shit, we underestimated the amount of people that are going to tattoo themselves."
Underestimated the amount of stupid people in the world. Okay, so in New Jersey, there was a incident, a Victoria's Secret, where a woman was on camera, caught on camera, freaking out because something set her off. Another customer took out her phone and started filming her, and that caused the Karen to go ballistic and have effectively a public freak out.
Psychobilly freak out.
Now, I've definitely had to catch myself in the past. I've had a couple of Karen moments in my time.
Well, the thing is there any justification for the level of response to the level of the issue? That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's not just because somebody's yelling does not automatically put him in Karen territory. It's hey, I'm sorry, ma'am. The McFlurry machine is broken. You can't get a McFlurry. Well, I'm going to literally beat the shit out of you and call the cops on you. Or, this is not in the back. We literally don't have a back room. What's out in stock is what's in stock,
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's proportional to the fact that the person that you're bitching at is like, I'm making $7.25 an hour. Fuck you.
Yeah. They don't have time for that shit.
Yeah.
The worst is when people like this hold that against the employees. This is why, there was a whole story about a Burger King that closed down for a day or some period of time because literally everybody quit.
Yep. And they put it on the marquee too.
Yeah, because no one wants to make.
Sorry, we're all closed. Bosses suck.
Yeah, no one wants to make minimum wage to deal with having to get yelled at by the unruly public and also have to be at risk for contracting COVID, vaccinated or not. So, the last time I really went like full blown Karen, or what did we determine the male version was? Was it Kevin or Keith?
I think it's a Kevin.
Okay. It was over my trash Dodge that I unfortunately owned for a couple of years, where the dealer from which I purchased it, doing repairs under warranty. Thankfully, I didn't have to pay a cent for any of this, but every time I would take it in to get one thing fixed, they'd break something in the process, and it just having to keep going back and forth. And finally, I called them up one day, demanded to talk to the manager, and just tore the guy a new one. Something that, if you record the audio, then, oh boy, would my face have been red. But part of me was just like, hey, I'm going to do this over the phone, because at least, if I do this in person, A, I could be filmed, and B, I'm pretty sure these are all, mobsters who work at the dealer here.
I want to keep my distance as much as possible.
Yeah. Send a hit out after me. But,
and I'll be honest, there's a difference, too. If you're bitching about the situation, there's more leeway than if you're bitching about the person.
Right. Yes.
And especially if that person's not has nothing, they can't control anything. Like, it's your fault because you're fucking stupid. You can't do this. Like, I don't set the prices and I don't set the rules. Stop bitching at me. That's when you go into Karen territory. If you're like the situation itself, I can't believe that my car can't get fixed because every time I come in here, things get broke. Okay, that's the situation. You're not bitching at the guy on the other phone going, I can't believe you fucking broke this shit. The guy's like, I just answer the phones, buddy.
Yeah, right.
I don't touch your goddamn car. I think that is that sliver of a difference.
Right.
Between a Karen and a pissed off customer.
Yeah. For me, it was I think it was the fifth or sixth time before I finally lost my patience. It wasn't the first time it had happened or the second time. I'd been pretty lenient with them and accepting. And again, I didn't have to pay for any of it, so it was fine. But it was just the
inconvenience of it all.
Yeah,
multiple times.
Yeah, once you get up to that point where it was yet something else, because it wasn't the fucking place is in Medford or Milford. No, Mendon. The little town of Mendon.
There's a little difference between all of those cities there, buddy.
That's right.
I keep on going to Milford and it's not there because, sir, we're in Mendon.
What do you mean you're in Medway? God, sometimes I hate Massachusetts.
You're in Middleborough? Oh, my God.
No, it's not. Worcester? How do you pronounce that? Worcester. Haverhill.
Wait, I actually had somebody on the phone when I said the city Worcester. They're like, and I said, yeah, it's like Worcestershire sauce. So that's how you pronounce it. And she freaked out on the phone going, oh my God, I'm going to have to call my girlfriend up and tell her. Apparently they call it Worcestershire sauce.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
that's not, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They were definitely from out of the area.
Yeah, there was an ad, one of those targeted ads that it would play before streaming a video. And you could tell they recorded an ad for different locations.
Billerica?
Yeah, well, it started off with, if you live in the Worcester area, okay, you just kamikazed yourself on getting any local business by doing that.
Yep.
That show, Kevin Can Fuck Himself, which is fantastic. It's on AMC. You should watch it. It takes place in Worcester, and they at least get all of the local references correctly and pronounce the name correctly. So there's
the Worcester $1.25.
There's even a I think it was a Super Bowl ad, but it was Wayne's World. It's Wayne and Garth, and it's for I think it's for Uber Eats or DoorDash, but they actually, and it's not a regional ad. It's actually, it's one variation of several that they recorded, but they mention Worcester, and they say Worcester correctly. They're trying to. It's
because the production team knew.
They were trying to go with lesser known cities around the United States because, Wayne and Garth broadcasting from beautiful Aurora, Illinois. I still love, though, every time they bring back Wayne's World on SNL, or if they do some revival sketch, they still play the original opening bumper featuring Phil Hartman.
Have to, man.
Yeah.
Phil forever.
Okay. So
we went sidetracked a little bit, didn't we? Where were we talking about Karen, right?
It's almost like the name of this podcast alludes to that.
Completely focused?
So according to TMZ, I believe I'm going to butcher this. Jeoma Ukenta, who is black.
Sure.
She was the one who's filming.
I figured you'd go with Ijeoma
Ukenta.
Oh, no, like Ijeoma. Like I figured you'd go each letter, but I'm surprised. You made it sound at least somewhat
itchy and scratchy.
Itchy scratchioma. Non-small cell carcinoma.
Do you remember the guy who his one and only newscast as a broadcaster, and then he was fired because he was swearing?
Is that when he just goes fuck?
Yeah, because he was trying to pronounce the name of an Olympic athlete, and she had a name very similar to Ijeoma Ukenta, and then this happened.
Gay fucking shit.
Oh, that red light means the camera's on. The Karen's name, by the way, was Abigail something. Can't remember her last name. It started with an E, I think. But
like Abigail McAllister.
Ijeoma Ukenta, who is black, claims as soon as she started rolling, meaning filming, the woman's behavior changed in an instant, going from alleged aggressor to playing the full-blown victim. The switch is pretty wild to observe. She falls to the ground and starts crying, complaining Ijeoma is recording her, repeatedly demanding she stop, and even chases her around the store at one point. Let me get the old screen share up for you.
Screen share. Woo! Everybody knows it's time for screen share. Woo!
And if you're watching this on YouTube, apologize if the video is a bit choppy. This comes directly from TMZ. I don't think I can adjust the video quality, so if this goes into stutter and stammer mode, well, that's the best we can do. Here we go.
Oh God, no, excuse, now you are, oh my God!
I'm pretty sure that video begins with the Karen here, who's blonde, this blonde lady, running up and hitting Ukenta, the woman behind the camera. I think that's what I saw happen. Let me roll it back to confirm.
Oh God, no, excuse.
Oh yes.
Now you are, oh my God! Oh my God! Do you see this? Oh my God, I never thought nothing like this would happen to me. She just tried to run and hit me. And now she... Did you see her? You saw her, right? They all saw her. Oh my God. Karen had a breakdown. She tried to hit me. Ask your workers. She tried to hit me. She tried to hit me. Now I want security for you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't charge me. Oh, you wanna? Oh, yeah, she. I'm scared to even approach her.
I love that everyone else in the store is just going about their business. They're just ignoring this.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like, how do you deal with a toddler, like screaming for a toy? One of the options is ignoring, right? And because you have to treat a Karen like a fucking toddler.
Yeah. God, that's the worst.
Because socially, just like a toddler, you're not allowed to belt them in public anymore. Not that I do that with my kids. Although I would like to sometimes. I know it's psychologically damaging to them.
Yeah. Yeah. See, my parents, my parents had the same mindset, but they didn't seem to have a problem, beating my rump in public. Were I being out of line? Were I being insolent? but they they come from a different period of time where that was okay.
I got my ass beaten. I turned out fine. Sure, you did.
Yeah, never anybody mind about the ramifications of psychological abuse. But I digress. I do like, because I've seen people do this before. Fuck, I went to elementary school with people who did this exact thing. Karen runs up to Akenta, hits her, and then immediately like backs away, crying and pointing at her, saying she hit me, or making some sort of false accusation. Like, I've seen people do that. They run up to someone, they hit them, and then they immediately turn around and go, "Ow!" Like, you just hit the person. Why are you crying?
No, I didn't. I didn't. You did.
And now, here's where I go into Switzerland territory. Being neutral here is Ukenta sounds like someone from the Boondocks. She literally sounds like the lady in the episode where Gangstalicious gets shot, and they're interviewing the people who are in the club watching it. She sounds like the lady who was they were trying to interview her, and she's like standing there, she's wearing hair curlers in her hair, and she just keeps going, "I was in the club, and I was in the club. Yo, damn, that me on TV." All right, more of this. Mike, you have 2 small children. I'm sure you have to endure this quite regularly.
Yeah, I do. And it takes a lot of discipline to not call security on them.
See, show them this, but hope that you can pull it off in such a way where you're not showing them to encourage them that it's okay to do this at any age, but rather when you become, if you keep doing that and then you become an adult and you're still doing it, then you just look ridiculous.
Yep.
What was that line from? I don't think I have it anymore. Oh, no. Oh, I do. This clip. Do you remember this? We used to play this all the time in the old days.
You're making an ass of yourself for all eternity. Yes, he was on his frickin' channel, whining and crying and acting like a 3-year-old to the entire world.
Oh, I forgot about this. And then I quote this regularly. This is one of those things I quote all the time, and I forgot what it was I was quoting.
God damn, where are your brains, boy?
What is that original? Is that from the Xbox Freakout?
No, that's a different one. Oh, okay. That's the Call of Duty kid.
Okay.
I'm fucking upset. I've got milk on my fucking lips
okay.
because I don't give a shit. I just like.
No, I don't remember what the context was about that other kid, but like he had a meltdown about something. Maybe he was on stream because this is back in like the Stickam days, well before Twitch and YouTube and all that. And his parents caught him, and then he recorded himself getting berated by his parents while he was crying. And then someone appended the video with keyboard cat. Because, it was 2008, and keyboard cat was relevant.
Clearly, because keyboard cat never dies.
It was 2008, and it was appropriate and relevant to play a clip of something from 1986, because that's just how things work. Okay, more of Karen here.
For you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't charge me. Oh, you wanna? Oh, yeah, she. I'm scared to even approach her. You scaring me. Like you gotta go postal. No, why don't she walk away from me? No, I was here. No. We're not doing this. Why don't I walk away from her? Why don't she get away from me? She could get away. Go wherever you want to go. This is crazy.
Down she goes. Does that look familiar, Mike?
I usually don't have to deal with ragdolls.
Okay.
Which is good. I appreciate that. I do have to deal with the random swipes and the hits and the arm punches.
Okay.
So,
are they hitting you or are they hitting each other?
why not both? There's always some interactions between them.
Right.
It's when he is also trying to just blindly and we're there to stop it and we end up getting hit.
Okay.
All right. And this is going straight for getting locked in the cage.
When your kids start doing this shit, do you start yelling World Star?
I should. This probably pissed Sarah off more if I did, though.
Oh my God, please do it.
She's like, I'm the one over here. I'm like, whatever, World Star.
Oh man. See, this is why I like, and I know it's a bit at your expense, but this is why I like featuring this audio and video and stuff, because I like comparing grown-ass adults to what your toddlers.
Well, I mean, it's funny because you're like, I don't have an analog. I need to talk to Mike, who does, because he has small children that act exactly like this.
Yeah.
And the fact you're like, oh, wait a second, I'm comparing a grown-ass adult to a 3-year-old.
See, the worst I got is a kitten who occasionally swipes at my dog.
And they're not human. They have an excuse.
Yeah. And then they immediately get along afterwards. Yeah. So, and if I take a video of that, it's adorable and people like it. And then, oh, look at them. See, that's what I should do. I should film Bill swiping and hissing at Cooper and then yell World Star.
Do it for the vines, man.
More of Karen now that she's on the ground in ragdoll mode. Oh no, she's having a seizure.
I ain't saying I'm threatening you, so I'm recording to protect myself. Yeah.
Oh, that got me.
She attacked me and try to say I attacked her. You cut. Look at this. Get away from me! Oh, y'all better get this lady! Get away from me! You gonna?
World Star!
Get security! Get the fucker! Security! Look at this. Yes, can y'all get her away from me? Get her away from me!
Get her away from me as she's running towards you.
Yeah, right? All right. That's the end of it. Oh, boy. So there's a follow-up to this. So Okenta, the police are then brought in. According to TMZ, police eventually showed up. The woman reportedly told police she was upset about the recording because she was worried the video would be shared online. It has since gone viral. And she might face repercussions, such as
been fired,
such as potentially losing her job. I don't think anything has been. Nothing has come out about what happened with this lady. However, the article then says, in the end, neither women were arrested, but Ukenta's unhappy with how cops on the scene treated her, as if she was the aggressor, and she plans to file a complaint. She actually has. She then went to the whatever town this was in, Milburn. The Milburn Police Department, she actually went and filed a complaint against the 2 officers that showed up because she was not happy with how things played out. No one was arrested. I guess the most that they did was the cops offered to escort Ukenta back to her car. That was it. So she filed a complaint against them, and there's an internal investigation happening. This is where I play Switzerland here, because yeah, this lady filming this meltdown happening, she was kind of pouring fire on the gasoline.
True, but as the song says, she didn't start the fire.
Right. Yeah, there was definitely like.
Now, I can also understand why the cops are like, I really don't need this fucking complaint, because I can kind of see they're coming into it and they can only see what's happening, not what happened.
Right. Exactly.
So now, granted, the problem is in this day and age, if you see a hysterical white person, take it with a grain of salt.
Yep.
Something says, okay, it's like, oh, I see an unarmed black person dead. Take it with a grain of salt. The cops did something. All right. If you see a white woman freaking out and there's cameras going on, there's a grain of salt going on there.
Honestly, there might be a little more. I think there could be a little more credibility to this had Ukenta only filmed the first 30 seconds of it when she gets rushed.
Yep.
And then stopped. Because then it very clearly continuing to point the camera at her while this chick is now having
a bit antagonistic.
Meltdown. Yeah, because now other people are coming in saying, stop filming. Because
I also understand the fact that her argument is, I shouldn't be the one that has to leave. She's the crazy bitch. Crazy bitch should leave. I should still stay here. And I'm continuing to film until she fucking leaves. So I kind of understand her basis. I'm not saying I support it. I'm just saying I understand where she's coming from with her argument.
Right. Yeah, I don't disagree. I see that too. There's no middle
Jack
ground.
as Switzerland with all his Nazi gold.
there's no middle ground. Both people ultimately end up being at fault.
But not for nothing. Stop freaking the fuck out. I don't care what Ukenta did.
Yeah.
Unless she physically assaulted Karen, she is less wrong in this. If we're in Reddit, am I the asshole? At no point is Ukenta ever going to be above Karen in assholeness unless there was a physical altercation that started this with Ukenta as the aggressor. Because otherwise, there is no equilibrium on this.
Right.
Fucking goddamn meltdown. You're filming my meltdown. Well, don't have a fucking meltdown. And look, I understand some people with, it's not okay to glorify people's, mental struggles. And I'll say this, blah fucking blah. All right. Blah fucking blah. Keep your shit together.
Oh, wow.
I know plenty of people that are mentally fucked that don't do this in a fucking store because they're not entitled white bitches.
Oh, I mean, look at me. I'm incredibly mentally fucked and I don't do this. I just turn around and leave.
I mean, you are an entitled white bitch, but it's an entirely different version.
Yeah, I turn around and leave. I might have a snarky comment on the way out. I've definitely done that before, but otherwise, I just you know what? No, I'm going to leave because I at least try to remind myself that everyone now, 99.9% of people carry on their person devices that are capable of recording endless amounts of video at incredibly high quality. With the ability to post that shit online the second
instantly.
Yeah. So if I blow my stack and someone catches it, that's it. I'm done.
I mean, as long as you don't blow your load and someone catches it, you're good.
Yeah, you never really see
in front of a school zone. Ooh.
You never really see instances like this, with much younger people. I mean, you do see it come up, but you don't see it happen as often.
It seems to be middle-aged white women. It is. It's more prevalent. It's not exclusive, but it's more prevalent with middle-aged white women. Yeah.
Now, Ukenta actually managed to raise money
for her legal defense.
I believe so. She so far raised via GoFundMe over $100,000. The campaign is titled "Help Me Defend Myself Against Karen."
You never know. Maybe Karen's going to try to take a civil suit out. You're like, I just got to get ahead of this so I can get some funds there. Might as well. Hey.
Oh no. Okay, so the GoFundMe. Here's the description. I am a black Muslim Nigerian AM, and I was treated like it was 1920 in Short Hills Mall. I was assaulted and harassed by a white woman, and nothing was done by security nor the police. I'm looking to hire me an excellent attorney who can help me bring light to this wrong. All videos and updates on the situation are on my YouTube channel. I was kicked off of TikTok for posting what happened to me, and they let someone else post and get millions and millions of views. However, they deleted 2 of my accounts. Wow, this is just laden with typos. 2 of my accounts. One that I have for my garden, which was my original account, and one that I created after they deleted my main. Abigail Elphick, that's her name. I have been wronged by Abigail Elphick. Short Hills Mall Security, Millburn Police Department, and most of all, my humanity. Please help me.
All right, well, now she's going a little bit overboard.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm not... That's why I'm, like, not taking any sides here, because now... Yeah, gasoline poured on the fire, and now she's upset because people are like, "Hey, you put gasoline on the fire. You kind of made this situation a little more intense, worse than it needed to be." Literally, she just recorded like 10 seconds of it, the getting rushed, and then leaving it at that. I think she would have had a case, but because I feel like the people who are then coming to, I don't know if saying coming to Karen's defense, but at least telling her like to stop. Because they were like, okay, you made your point. Clearly you got what you need. Stop filming. Move on.
Yeah, there's kind of a little bit of asshole on both sides sprinkled. It's just, but Karen went all fucking super Karen on us.
Right. Yeah, it still doesn't excuse. Like, I'm not saying Karen's right on this. I don't even know what I don't think it's even said anywhere. The TMZ article definitely didn't say what happened or why she was freaking out, like what the initial cause was.
Yeah, that's the one thing I want to know. I want Victoria's Secret to spill the beans.
Yeah,
but she won't because it's Victoria's Secret.
Oh, I'm looking at another article here from Insider. It just says, in the first video, which does not capture the exchange that sparked the conflict between the two, the woman appears to charge at Ukenta. That's it.
I wish I knew more.
Well, there you go. Just remember, everyone has a camera. Everyone can record everybody at this point. And if it's not
everybody needs to calm the fuck down.
Yeah. And actually, this might be like one of the first cases I've seen that wasn't like COVID related. Oh, that's it. That is it. I knew I read this. It was because of distance. It's because Karen was too close to Akenta, and Akenta told her to keep some distance between the two. Yeah, and that set Karen off. Okay, that was it. Forgot where I said it was either on Know Your Meme or like Heavy, one of those websites that like it gives like really detailed breakdowns of scenarios. It was over a social distance. Okay, so it is COVID related.
Can you back up? Sure. Like, yeah, am I going to get annoyed? I'm like, yeah, I got enough distance, but whatever. Fuck it. As long as no one's crowding my ass, I can take a step back.
Yeah. I tell people to step back even before COVID if they were too close to me. Because people were doing that. Like, if I can feel you breathing on my neck, you're too close. Although the last person who did that was very clearly had some sort of handicap, if you will. So
gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there it is. There's Karen. I hope you enjoyed. We will. We'll. Speaking of COVID, we will return and we will talk about that and whoa, how things are going with that whole thing. Stick around.
This podcast is hardly focused.
Hey, one time I huffed Gorilla Glue, and that was a mistake because some of it got in my nostril.